So for my first lock of the week, give me the 49ers over the Cardinals. Considering that the Cardinals just got destroyed at home by Jane Daniels in the Commanders, they have now tried to go in San Francisco, who depleted at the moment. But I mean, I don't see this game being particularly close. You know, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a very long night for Kyler Murray. So that'll be my first lock. My second lock, I'm skeptical because it's a division game, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens over the Bengals here. The Bengals, they were in a dogfight with the Panthers. I don't trust that defense whatsoever right now. That defense is horrendous for Cincinnati, and it shows. Trust me, it definitely shows. So their issues, I think, stem from horrible general manager decision making. On top of your top stars being unhappy with their contracts, which is why they lost so many pieces that they did in the offseason. It's going to be a long season, I think, for the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's going to be because of that horrible GM that they have. I don't know his name, but yeah, give me the Ravens over the Bengals in this one. And my shock of the week, it's going to be the Broncos over the Raiders because TK in week 5003 of him not believing in his actual team. Um, the Raiders are in complete dysfunction, and we all saw the tweet earlier about Antonio Pierce potentially liking posts about Devontae Adams playing his last snap for Las Vegas.
It's a fucking dumbass.
Just it's not good. It's not good for Las Vegas right now. And Broncos, hey, for the Broncos, you just went to New York and shut down Aaron Rodgers in that offense. You went to Tampa Bay and just beat up on Baker in them. Now you come back home against the Raiders, looking for three in a row. Bo Nix, Oregon alumni. He's doing wonders for y'all right now. Y'all are gonna be all right. It's gonna be a low scoring game, but give me the Broncos as my shock of the week. I don't
For
know.
my first lock, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs over the Saints. The Saints, I don't know, after those first 2 weeks, they kind of fall off a cliff basically, and they're going to Kansas City, tough place to play. I just don't see them being able to go toe to toe with Mahomes and the Chiefs. Honestly, I think it's going to be like a wipeout. I could see it being like a 17-point wipeout. In my second lock, I'm gonna go with the Niners over the Cardinals because the Cardinals, I don't know what happened to them. I thought they were gonna be like a sleeper team. I think TK2 had them as a sleeper team as well, and I just don't know what happened with them. I think the Niners are going to run away with this game. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be over by halftime. It will be unwatchable by halftime. And for my shock of the week, I'm going to go with the Jets over the Vikings. This game is in London. The Vikings are 4-0, and I don't know. I think the Jets are going to surprise them, and I think it's going to be like a low scoring. I could see it being like a 23-17 type game, and I think the Jets and the Vikings undefeated season.
Okay, for my first lock of the week, give me Ravens over the Bengals. I mean, like PC said, they were in a dogfight with the Carolina Panthers. Their defense is absolutely atrocious. Besides Trey Hendrickson, terrible. What's his name? Cameron Britt. All he does is talk for no reason. Obviously it's a division game, so it's going to be close. But I think the Ravens are going to go in there in Cincinnati, Ohio, and take away everything that the Bengals have to offer. Because honestly, to be honest, Derrick Henry is on fire right now. Could you imagine Derrick Henry going up against that defense? He's going to run all over their bussies. It's just a fact, bruh. Everything in front of Derrick Henry's running over them. Okay? He's not running through them, he's running over them. That is what yes, I said it. Don't give me that look. He's going to run through their bussies. But anyway, that's my first lock. My second lock, I'm gonna take the Steelers over the Cowboys because as much as I can't stand the Steelers, Justin Fields is quarterback one right now, even though they just come off a tough loss to Joe Flacco. How ironic, bro. How ironic. But they just came off a loss to Joe Flacco. I think they're going to bounce back against the sorry-ass Cowboys because the Cowboys were in a dogfight with the New York Giants. Dak Prescott's trash. CeeDee Lamb isn't happy. Micah Parsons wants out. It's trouble indeed found. So I'm going with the Steelers over the Cowboys. My first shock, I'm going with the Bills over the Texans. I think Josh Allen, after getting mollywopped by the Ravens defense yesterday, I think he's going to bounce back and come into H-Town and defeat the Houston Texans because I think Josh Allen is going to win MVP this year, and I think he's going to have a really good bounce back game. So give me the Bills over the Texans.
I'm gonna go. So for my first lock of the week, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks over the Giants. Seahawks coming off a pretty tough loss tonight against the Lions, but I expect them to bounce back pretty easily against this team. So give me the Seahawks over the Giants. For my second lock of the week, I'm going to go with the 49ers over the Cardinals. Like Gianni said, man, for whatever reason, the Cardinals, after the first 2 weeks of the season, they just have completely just plummeted. They looked really good those first 2 weeks, and then for whatever reason, they just took a just complete downhill route. So I expect the 49ers to be able to handle this team fairly easily this week. And PC, for my shock of the week, I'm going to go with the Rams over the Packers. The Packers have not looked good this season, bro. I don't know what's going on with the Packers. At first, I thought it was the Jordan Love, being injured. I mean, sure, but Malik Willis was able to come in and step up and did pretty good. But that defense, PC, is atrocious, bro. That Packers defense, for whatever reason, is atrocious after coming off the season that they had last year when they were really good. So I'm expecting Matthew Stafford, who we really need to start talking about possibly a top 5 to 7 quarterback in this league, because this dude is just out there cooking with no Puka and no Cooper Kupp. He is out there absolutely cooking, bro. So I expect them to have one of those Matthew Stafford games. I think he's going to put up a lot of passing yards, and I think the guys that he has on the outside are going to be able to do just enough to get that win over the Packers, who, again, their defense is dog shit this year, PC, and I'm not sure why.
So basically, for my shock, I'm going to take the Saints over the Chiefs. I'm gonna do mine a little backwards. I'm gonna do my Saints. I'm gonna do Saints over the Chiefs. And let's see who else I have here. And I'm doing the Broncos are going to take a game over the Raiders. I think that's my lock. I just love I really like where the Broncos defense is. And I don't think that, I don't know if anybody else has heard anything else about Tay, but I haven't heard anything about him playing. So I don't really expect for them to be too much of a threat going in that game. And what was my last one? Oh, and I feel like I have a lot of shots, but I do think that the Cowboys are going to beat the Steelers. I just don't see that I get that the Cowboys are going to be without their rushers or their guys to give some rush or give their ability. But I just think that offense is due for a big game after, barely scraping by beating the Giants. I think that they're due. It'll be a tough game. I just feel like that'll be a great one. And I don't know if that offense in Pittsburgh will be able to keep up. That's my personal opinion. I think that, those will be my locks and my shocks for this week.
First lock, Ravens over the Bengals. Bengals' whole D-line is depleted. Linebackers are kind of hanging on by a thread. If Derrick Henry and the line finally got it together, option game is looking strong. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to run all over the Bengals. And our defense is finally, Zach Orr is finally, he had to welcome to the NFL moment, but it's back on track now. So that's my first lock. My second lock is the Vikings over the Jets. Vikings on an absolute tear right now. Robert Saleh is probably one of the worst coaches in the NFL. He was hyped up too much going into New York. That Vikings defense is just Brian Flores is a mad genius when it comes to defense. Just even though there's Aaron Rodgers back there, I don't see the Jets offense being able to do too much with the Vikings. So that's my second lock. My shock is going to be the 2-2 Falcons over the 3-1 Buccaneers. It's going to be a nasty divisional game. I think Kirk is finally starting to, get back to the flow. That Buccaneers defense is so shaky, even with their win over the Eagles yesterday. It's just, I think the Falcons are going to win a very close one.